Hey YouTube, coming at you with the team that got me to my highest ELO this season so far, as I'm just starting to push now. Sableye, dewgong, marowak. Basically, I wanted to just choose a safe team. I'm finding that this meta is becoming somewhat RPS. Like, I think it's a nice meta that it has enough possibilities, but it seems like the more Pokemon that are introduced to the game, the more it just becomes sort of like rock, paper, scissors, where certain things beat others. And there's some safe Pokemon, but not as many as there was before. So I thought about 3 safe Pokemon. I saw this Marowak Dewgong core, and I didn't even know if I did this. I didn't do it purposefully, but I just showcased a team with this backline, and both are good safe swaps. Marowak is a 2-shield monster, and then I'm like, okay, what's another third Pokemon that I feel is safe? And yes, even though I haven't used Sableye much anymore, as you know, if you've been around this channel for a while, it is always great for giving me wins. So that is why I put it in. It is also a dark ghost, so I will update that as we start the battles here. Okay. Clodsire, and this is the thing, right? So you resist the poison, and this is why it's safe. Outside of Fairy, that hits super effective against you, you can do well against so many things in this meta. So getting off Power Gem there. I'm going to get off a second one. I don't have an amazing answer for Azumarill here, so I'm just going to launch these Power Gems and then come into Dewgong to absorb the damage because it's the bulk on this team. Just back up a little here. So take a play rough, that's fine. I'm going to get to a draw run. I don't want to take a second play rough unnecessarily here, so I don't mind coming out with like no energy. I think that's better than coming out with energy, but at like 30% health, if not less. So out comes the Clodsire. It does have Stone Edge, but you know what? I live, and allowing me to live gets me to a move here. This will lower the attack, do super effective. They decide to shield, which is interesting. So now I have a decision to make. I am just going to come Sableye, get 1 turn denied. That's just like, it seems the 1 turn deny is actually more consistent now in the fact that it's happening every single time. And now the 2-shield monster that is Marowak. So these Mud Slaps, Mud Bombs. Nope, that's not Mud Bomb. It's Bone Club. Holy smokes, man. How many of you have already called me out for that? Hey, we're only 2 minutes in. Catching everything here. Is so spammy and hard hitting that it really does add up a lot when you have a shield advantage. So use both shields, take switch, come in here. I assume I'm going to get to a move here. If not, I'm going to force him to throw energy, and then I can just Mud Slap down. So take that out there, and then Mud Slap down here. Talonflame. Again, any neutral lead you see, you should stay in with. And knowing that it only takes 12 to get to a foul plane, I know I can outpace this. I don't even need to bait the Power Gem. Like, sorry, you go for straight Power Gem. Foul play wouldn't take out, but if they don't shield, the claws enough would be to take out after that. They do Flame Charge me, and the only problem with Shadow Sableye, they come in with Digger's Bee, so I eventually come in Dewgong here. The only problem with Shadow Sableye is the extra damage that you take on this Pokemon, you really feel that. So I feel like the most of the time, it's like, whereas normal Sableye, I was like, oh yeah, throw a move, I don't care. Here it's just like, ooh, this move's going to hurt a lot. So that's kind of the drawback of this Pokemon as a Shadow, but I still like it for its increased Shadow Claw and Foul Play damage on the lead anyways, or in the back. I would still use the Purified if I was gonna use it as a safe swap. So get off the Icy Wind. Still not enough to take out this Digger's Bee, which is insane. But you know, not the worst case scenario, because that just allows me to come in with Sableye, which is already low with energy, and just Shadow Claw 3 more down. So Drapion comes back in. I'm going to chip it. Maybe I'm going to throw both just to grab both shields. Or like grab the 1 shield. Yeah. And then force that last shield. And then probably come in and then just Mud Slap it down. Or they decide to let it go. So now, can I Mud Slap a flyer down before it is half fire? So that makes it single resisted before they get to a move. So I just have to commit to the slap down. They need to get to 5 because they just dumped energy. So that's not happening. Shadow Vic. And this is what I'm talking about. So these are the leaf. I forget what the fast move is. Not leaf. Is it leafage? It's a new, quicker energy generating fast move. But look at that. It took me to the almost yellow here. So I'm finally getting to the move. But this thing is going to outpace me. And the damage is quite significant here. Like, I'm down to the yellow. I have an option here. I could let it go and just come in dewgong. Or I can just try and shield and farm down, which is what I wanted to do. And out comes a Talonflame. I don't know if it was a visual glitch there. Oh yeah, it definitely is a visual glitch because I'm much lower. So I grab a shield. Now I can live a Brave Bird if they throw the Brave Bird. So that's okay. I'm hoping that with a Shadow Vic on the front, I'm not seeing a second weakness to Marowak in the back. So can't quite take it down, but get the Ice Shard down. They come back in with the Vic. We both take each other out. What do you got in the back? That's no fun. So I kind of make a mistake here. I think I maybe need to save it for... I definitely need to save it because they can lower my attack. But I don't know what I was thinking. I feel like I needed to come Marowak first. What I thought was they're going to just Icy win me down anyways. So if I can like take this low with the claws, maybe I could take it out. But I didn't even think about the lowering of the attack. That was kind of dumb on my part. Gastrodon, so we will just play this out. And again, this is what we want to talk about Shadow Sableye, right? So we are now basically in the yellow on these slaps. I'm going to get to a move, and they're probably going to shield. If not, then I can just like shield and claw down. Because even if they bait here, which I think they did, if I remember, they're not going to get to an Earth Power. Because these claws are adding up a lot. So you can take that shield advantage. And out comes a Zoomerol. And again, I want to align a Zoomerol and dewgong. So I will just... Claws are neutral. Power Gem is neutral. So we'll just stay in here and launch some Power Gems with these claws as a shadow. I just took a Zoomerol down to the yellow here. So that is fantastic. Almost red, and then just come and absorb it on dewgong. Again, you don't see that there if you don't know what to look for. But I should be getting one more Ice Shard through. So that should be... that is a one-turn leg coming in again. I'm just going to try and take this out right away. Maybe they're weak in the back to this. Maybe I could take this out and then just Icy win their back Pokemon. And they do let me do that. So I come in right away because I'm like, okay, I can just slap you down. But then I'm like, ooh, this thing's going to outpace me and the punches are probably going to one-shot. I still think I made a mistake here. I don't think it cost me in the ending, but I do think I probably should have just committed to the farm down here. Because they do get another move here. But I feel like if I committed to the farm down, I would have got one more slap through. And then it would have just been Ice Shard range. So, but now I got to come in here. Luckily, because they're so low, it's an easy bait. When to bait? When your opponent has shields left and no other Pokemon. And it would take them out like any move. Like easy Ice Shard there. They got off the drill run, but I do manage to get to my own drill run to take them out. Even though they have like 1 HP, yeah. So I feel like I could have maybe just slapped down. And again, Gastrodon will play this out. Maybe I'll move this closer. And it is a Feraligatr. I wanted to try and catch the move, but I just did not catch it. So I'll stay in here. I'll throw the foul play. This will take out, or I'll go one more claw and then come dewgong. And just absorb the hydros here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Absorbing the hydro. That is resisted. Now the claws are neutral and Ice Shard is resisted. So they will chip me a bunch here between the claws and the hydro cannon. That's what makes Shadow Feraligatr so dangerous. And they eventually come back Gastrodon. So I'll just chip here. Just taking a quick look at the current video here. And because I lowered the attack, the slaps don't add up enough that I can get to a second move here. And again, decision time. Where am I going to take this Earth Power? Coming in Marowak, getting the one-turn deny. But 2 times lowered means that's pretty okay. They get to a Body Slam. Yeah, the only problem is Sableye's would resist Body Slam, but that's okay. And out comes the Feraligatr. Going to try and take this out. so I don't have to take a move or force a shield. They just let it go. What's in the back? Ooh, Typhlosion. So that is rough for them. And I get to a move because they got one turn denied, because I think that Incinerate at 10 should have taken me out before I did 9 and a throw, because technically that was only 8 and a throw because of the one turn leg. So my opponent got screwed there, which means I now get to a move here to take them out because they had to burn a shield. This game is so stupid. Okay, Salazzle. These Incinerate really chip, but I know this is only a poison move coming, so I don't need to worry about that. But the damage is being done here. I'm assuming they're going to have an answer for ground in the back because they're double weak to ground here. So they decide to Incinerate, which just is an absolute deletion here. And yeah, I was about to say, you better have an answer for ground because you were double weak to ground. And unfortunately, that answer is a grass and a rock thrower Bastiodon on my dewgong. So draw run is double super effective because they are steel and rock. So these draw runs are adding up, unfortunately. Not enough to take this out in 2. And it is going to be an aggressive farm down when I have only resisted ice shards and taken super effective moves. So I'm trying to get out of here as fast as I can. I do have a move loaded. And how much did I chip this already? Not enough, I don't think. Because Rock Slide will chip. It is neutral. So if I can get to a move here, that would have been great. If not, I've got an Ice Shard right away and then hope I can get to a second Icy Wind before they get to another move. Now they just dumped a Frenzy, so that's helpful. So I think I can outpace here, and the lowering of the attack means they cannot Vine Whip down. Taking it in the back there despite tough alignment. Ariados, and you'll see what I'm talking about here with the damage, right? Poison resisted. Now I know Ariados is generally harder hitting, but because they outpace me, it only takes 10 turns worth of moves to get to their moves. Like this lunge takes me to the yellow with ease, which means they're going to take me out on the next move here. So I do grab a shield, which is nice. And this is kind of how you need to like play with this Pokemon now. It's like you're honestly almost just trying to grab shields or like take shield advantage. No, grab shields. And out comes an Azumarill. And again, we are just going to stay in here. Claws are neutral, Power Gem neutral. That's what makes this Pokemon a little better to having that Power Gem. Being able to chip there. Return was just a little too expensive to get to. One turn deny. I can't say one turn deny every time that it happens because I would be saying it every time. Like I said, it's the most consistent thing in the game right now is the one turn deny coming in. So I'll get to the draw run here, farming up a little bit here. Again, how many Pokemon do they have left? I think this will take them down to 1. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm so no. Okay, let me just stop because this is so stupid. Okay, so when I stayed in with Dewgong, it means I'm going to get outpaced to the moves on Marowak. I'm a shadow, they're a shadow. So even if I lower their attack, they're still going to one-shot me. So basically what I did here is throw a resisted move to try and lower their attack, which does not do anything in the long run here because Hydro's still going to one-shot me. And in the process, allowing them to farm up. So what you're going to see when I eventually come in here is that I lose by like a couple HP. Like, 'cause I could shield this one, I get like one more slap off, I think. Oh no, I just let it go because I'm like, I know they're at 2. But if I had I made the switch sooner or thrown Drill Run, I probably could have slapped and taken that down. So not a good play there. Corviknight. This is kind of why I put SABLEYE on the lead because I think that is just generally safe against a lot of things, and Corviknight's a new Pokemon, so I think it's safe against this. I know Skytack chips on normally, and I'm a Shadow, so I really don't want to take that, and it's just an Iron Head. And they come in with Drapion, so Aqua Tails will hurt, but these slaps are going to add up quite a lot too. I assume I'll if they have one Aqua Tail, I assume I'm going to throw to grab a shield. Yeah. I'm not going to let them just throw a second Aqua Tail without grabbing a shield here. And they let it go, so that's nice. So we'll see what else they have here. Corviknight could come back in because ground is resisted. They decided to come a Azumarill. I guess Azumarill is getting super effective bubbles, but neutral Mud Slap, neutral Bone Club coming here. Good chip. Oh, and they use one of the shields. So yeah, here comes an alignment with Dewgong. My Azumarill, one turn deny. My Azumarill team isn't even out yet. That's not out till this afternoon. I'm shooting a team. I'm shooting in advance, obviously. I have an Azumarill team coming out as like a safe Pokemon, and here it is, pretty much on every team here, and it is safe. There's certain Pokemon that I'm finding really safe in this meta right now. Maybe I'll go over that list at the ending of this video for Dan Talk. They make a nice catch on Corviknight, but so nice catch. However, that chip still just allows me to get 4 more claws through, which means I'm now just going to outpace this to Power Gems, and the claws and the Power Gem combo will take out Azumarill. So here's a Power Gem, does a ton of damage, and there we go. Superior, like if I'm going to see Superior, I'm going to see it here, but Superior again should just outpace. I think it's also 6 to a Frenzy. Who wins CMP? Do I win CMP against Superior? I guess that makes sense. Now, do they land a Frenzy? Do they bait? I think I let it go. Yeah, and I remember taking an Aerial Ace, so that's nice. Now, they get to another Aerial Ace, and they make a nice catch on a Dewgong. Let's see if I try and farm up and then come back and do my Dewgong. Yeah, I want it to farm up as much as I can. Okay, am I just going to throw this? I thought I'd farm and try and bank it, but maybe it's because I was like getting way too low that I'm like, I just need to commit to this. And coming in here, what am I doing? Why am I not coming in and absorbing on Dewgong? I think the reason was because if I came in Dewgong and they lowered my attack, then I would have a tougher time against Superior. But now I just lost a terrible alignment again with the Bastiodon in the back on my Dewgong. So I gotta like shield that moves here, but then the Superior's loaded. So we'll see what happens here. I did have a shield advantage, so definitely gonna use one. They're in the yellow again, double super effective, but not enough to take out. Just a little too dang tanky. I'm trying to get out. Yeah, I bank a move and snipe here, so that's a nice combo. Because now they're already in the yellow, and I banked a move, and so they can't shield this, but I got a hard-hitting Rock Slide that takes them to the red, and now we just both farm each other down. So I'll take it. Mandibuzz. Ooh, Mandibuzz is tough. I kind of just need to stay in because I can't come Dewgong right away, and then Marowak would have a pretty tough time as a Mud Slap user. So Mandibuzz is pretty tough for this team. I do have Power Gem. You know what? I have Power Gem here. I have Rock Slide on Marowak. I have the Ice Shard and Icy Wind on Dewgong. So it's not the worst. I do grab one shield. But you're going to see here, Dewgong versus Mandibuzz, how it's not even as good as you want it to be. I should have chipped with Foul Play there. I should have recognized that. Even though Foul Play is resisted. Yeah, I'm going to shield up. I don't want to take a Dark Pulse here. So shield that up. Plus, I want to lower their attack first, right? I don't want to take a Dark Pulse, and I don't want to take a Dark Pulse that's not lower their attack. So did that. And they eventually get out into Gastrodon, so I'll just match them here. But I don't know if that's the right play, because then maybe if they are weak to ice on the front, maybe they have an ice answer in the back. So they're trying to slap me out of here and body slam me. Combo here. Let's see. Do I commit the shield and get to the Rock Slide, or do I just farm on Dewgong here? I'm going to farm on Dewgong here. And you know what? We don't even get any farm because I take them out. And they come in Mandibuzz. And what do you have in the back that you're coming in Mandibuzz again with like no health that I'm just going to try and farm here? And you have a Clodsire, so Core Breaker Dewgong coming in clutch here. Getting off days, we want to lower their attack. And then, let's see, do I do it again? Yeah, makes sense. Like they're already pretty low. Not super low, but if they take this and then another one, the Ice Shards, they'll be taken out. So they kind of have to commit that shield. Even though I lowered their attack twice, I'm very low, so I need to commit a shield no matter what it is. It is an Earthquake, so that's nice. Going for the Drill Run, it is the harder hitting move, so we'll take this out here. And then can I Ice Shard the Mandibuzz down? I think so, because I had a pretty good run with this team. And that is another win. So yeah, I had a good run with this team. Again, I find it safe. Marowak is a 2-shield monster. Dewgong is a good safe swap. SABLEYE is still pretty safe on the lead. Just watch out for like fairies. But other than that, you can just play against most matchups. But again, it does play very different than the Purified. We'll go from there. I saw a couple people write comments. Like I'm looking for grinding teams. Yeah, so if you got some team suggestions, drop them in the comments. I'm definitely looking for teams to try. Yeah, so that is it. Next thing I'll look at is when is this going up? I think happy Saturday, happy weekend. Let's see. Thursday afternoon, Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Saturday morning. This is Saturday morning. Hope you're having a good weekend. We'll keep the great leads coming. I'm actually, not that I was like surprised at how bad the views and subscriber growth was, given the Ultra League. Holy smokes! Both my kids. I'll talk about the kids being sick. They are sick, but I'll talk about that in a second here. And and the safe Pokemon. Lots of Dan talk coming. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the views and subscriber growth were absolutely brutal that 2 weeks there for Ultra League, Master League, and Color Cup. But definitely seeing some newer subscribers and some views on these Great League teams. So I think people just wanted Great League back. So that makes sense. In terms of safety Pokemon, yeah, like the ones that shouldn't be surprising, right? You have your, I think all three of the ones on the screen are good. I think Corsola is good from the other one. I think Diggersby's one, Feraligatr, Drapion. Like, so there's a lot of good, safe Pokemon in this meta. So if you want to combo, I think Azumarill. So if you want to combo some of those together, I think they are pretty strong. And my kids are home today. I'm filming this during the weekday. They're sick. They are sick. But there's different levels of sick if you have kids. So I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. Both are sniffling. Both are coughing. So it's not like they're not sick. My daughter went to school yesterday and there were 8 kids absent. She had 24 kids in her class and 8 were home sick. So today, as we're going out the door, she's like, my tummy hurts. And it's like, you've been sniffling, you've been coughing, and a bunch of your classmates are sick. So you could have a tummy ache, or you could not have a tummy ache and just be saying that because you know that your friends were sick yesterday. So if you play this card, you know that we're probably going to keep you home. And then trying to figure out, are you actually sick or you just want to stay home today, is very, very tough with kids who are like that age. So for those of you who've had kids, or probably know that experience. For those of you who do not have kids, and are going to have kids one day, yeah, you'll go to that when they're range from like 3 to 6 or 7. It's like a very weird, like, because they can't even like really explain what they're feeling, so you have to try and interpret it to a bit. And it's like, my daughter is like, sometimes when she says her tummy hurts, it's just her way of saying that she's hungry, like her tummy's rumbling, so it's hungry. Anyways, just dad stuff. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.